who is better than the person who beat him twice, or supposedly 3 times, everyone said, you know? So Tyson has been very helpful, you know, in my career, and he's been very generous, and he's helped us all a lot, but I think this camp is going to be very important for us to get some knowledge and some advice.
Mr. Joseph Parker, how are you, sir?
Very good.
Firm handshake. Oh, was you going to do that as well? Did I miss it? Sorry, apologies. I missed it.
Boom, boom,
sorry.
Boom.
Oh, no, 1 second. Was it not
Boom,
that? Gotcha. Oh, that as well. Yeah, adding stuff all the time, so I don't know what to do. Firstly, congratulations on your win in Saudi. Great performance.
Thank you.
How would you grade it? Grade that performance.
Listen, we had a great camp.
Yeah.
Andy Lee and George Lockhart, and did a lot of work with Tyson as well in camp. And we had the best prep. And it was just about like putting it all together on fight night. And we had Simon Keane. He's been around for a while, and he had a good record. And we're just
good knockout record as well.
Yeah, good knockout record. Well, when you go into a fight and you execute the plan, you feel great, and you had a great warm up. You go in and you see these shots. You just feel good. Getting. And I think everyone wants to get a knockout, and when it happens, it's like, oh yes, beautiful, beautiful. You know?
When you landed that first uppercut, I was like, okay, he's going to read the second one, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And then he landed it again. I was like, okay, this is exactly what Joseph Parker needed and wanted.
Definitely,
performance, a few rounds, and a knockout.
Yeah, like this, when you have a great camp. But the thing is, when you're in training and you're sparring and you're having the best camp, the best advice from Andy would be, pick your shots, and just don't be in a hurry to let your hands go, and just look for it. Pick it and let it happen.
Best performance with Andy Lee?
Best performance so far, yeah. I mean, we've had one back-to-back knockouts, and now we're on to the next one.
Yeah, it's a big one. The next
big one, yeah, big one.
Was it easy to say, yeah, we're taking this fight? When you heard it with Deontay Wilder, I know you wanted to fight again this year.
Yeah.
Right, fighters want to stay busy, right? It's the best way to get better. But was it easy to say, yeah, let's take this one?
Big time.
Yeah.
Like, we're in boxing to fight the best, and Wilder's right up there. So we could have taken a different step in fighting other fighters and getting knockouts and winning and looking good doing so. But when you do it to someone who's highly ranked and someone in the top, then that's the better look.
Yeah, no.
So we all agreed as soon as the fight was presented to us, Andy Lee straight away, George Lockhart straight away, David Higgins, myself, and now I'm very excited and buzzed for this fight. Like, I know I'm going to go into camp and have the best camp. We're going to start off in Ireland, a little bit in England, Saudi Arabia, but we're going to put in the work.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in tip-top best shape come 23rd of December.
As you were, by the way, against Simon Keane. He looks fantastic on the
But
scales.
I want to be in even better shape for this fight. And being busy throughout the year, you're able to get in better and better shape all the time.
Yeah, 4 fights this year, which is
the fourth
rare.
one,
I mean, you have to go back to, you've done it in the past. You've done 5 and 6 fights in a year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But 4 fights at this stage of your career for a heavyweight just doesn't happen.
That was always the plan. Yeah. I think when you have a lot of fighters will know this, when you have a long time off, it does affect you in the ring and that ring rush. So our plan at the beginning of the year was to keep as busy as we could. And we're very happy to get 4 fights in a year.
Where do you think Deontay Wilder is? Just the 1 round in 2 years. That was against Alania, so it was difficult to judge. We know the power was there.
Last year?
No, it was, so last year was that, but that was just the 1 round.
It was 1 round,
And then before that, obviously a year before that was the Fury fight.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen him active. He's 38. Where do you think he is? Still very,
I still
very
think
at the top?
listen, he's at the top and he's a very dangerous fighter. And it doesn't, he doesn't, like, it's in 12 rounds. He still carries that power.
At any time.
At any time. So you have to be, one thing with working with Andy and George is that I have to be aware, be active and be aware and be focused for the whole time, because, if he lets his hands go, he can take you out like that. Which I am going to be very prepared for. I will be 100%.
I'm sure Andy will have you prepared for that right hand.
Yeah.
There have been some that have said, what are they doing? And I say what in terms of the organisers. They're like, why are they putting in Joseph Parker with Deontay Wilder and AJ with Otto Volin?
Yeah.
So these are 2 banana skins. If you're trying to make the AJ Wilder fight, these are not the opponents you need to be putting those guys in with. People are giving you a lot of a big shot in this one.
Listen, I give myself the best shot and I know I can do the business. Like, I know what I can do and I'm here to win.
Yeah.
I'm not here to muck around. I'm not here to get knocked down. I'm not here to lose a fight. I take this fight because I know I can win. And a lot of people are seeing the AJ versus Otto Wilder. AJ's going to win. Wilder versus Joseph. Wilder's going to win. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a different year next year.
Would this be bigger than winning your world title, beating Wilder? World title back home.
World title was massive, you know, but at this stage of my career, this is the biggest opportunity and chance to show why I'm still in the sport and what we've been working so hard for, you know, me and the team.
Yeah. Where are you in your career? Like, I still look at you, especially after that performance against Simon Keane. And look, I have to be brutally honest, going into that, I was like, I'm not quite sure where he is, you know, because the Joe Joyce fight was a tough one, physically.
Yeah.
And, you know, this sport takes a lot out of you. But then watching you against Simon, I remember thinking, he's still very much a top 10 heavyweight, like very much solidified. Where do you think you are?
I feel like I'm at my best now.
Yeah, you look good.
I feel good, and I'm putting in the work and making a lot of sacrifices of being away from home. But
I don't see those videos anymore.
No more videos. Listen, when I'm retired, I'll carry on with those videos.
Can you bring them back? Can we bring those videos back, please?
When I'm retired, I'll do those videos and maybe do something else in the acting world, hopefully. But I got Andy Lee and I got George Lockhart, and I'm very happy. And I feel like I'm in the best place in my whole career right now. Yeah. It's crazy. I've been in boxing for 10, 11 years. I've been world champ, had ups and downs, but I feel like now it's on the up.
Why is that? I mean, you mentioned Andy, you mentioned George. Is it the Fury camp as well? Is it just being happy in a sport that's so hard?
I'm very happy with the team that I have, even the help from Tyson, and I feel like I finally found the right recipe, to do the right team, and everything is flowing nicely. And when everything is good, you're happy. Yeah. And all of that, being happy and all that in camp, really does make a difference.
You've been in some big events, right? You fought in front of 80,000 when you fought AJ. Dillian Whyte was big as well, and big arenas. You always seem to, I think, perform well when it's big. Even though those Whyte and AJ performances didn't go for you, still, you're used to fighting at the big stage. What does it mean to continue fighting at the big stage in your career?
Listen, it's great to be a part of the heavyweight division and be involved in these big fights. And when these big fights do happen, I do rise to the occasion. And this time it's going to be different. Yeah.
Have you thought about what a win does for your career? Have you?
The world is
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Any fight out there, I'll fight.
Anything.
Yeah. You know, win and beat Wilder, the whole world's open. Yeah. And I'm ready for it all. Yeah.
It's sometimes they say, don't keep rolling the dice, but if you roll the dice and your numbers come up here, then it is jackpot time.
Damn! Jackpot!
It is jackpot time, baby. It really is. I want to go back a couple of weeks, just because you know Tyson Fury so well.
Yeah.
You've been in the camp. Fury and Ngannou, how much did it surprise you?
Big time. Yeah. Because I know what Tyson done in camp. Trained hard with Sugar Hill, had Andy Lee in camp in his corner, George Lockhart there for 12 weeks. So we've seen, he had great sparring as well. We've seen him put in the work, so it was a little bit hard to watch because we know he could have done way, way, way better, you know?
It's interesting that you say that, because you can debunk everything now, because some people will say he wasn't training hard.
Oh,
he wasn't taking it seriously because it was Ngannou.
I think he maybe trained too hard, I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot of questions, and I'm sure he can answer himself when he goes over the camp and breaks it all down, you know? But it was surprising. We all know that there was like 30 to 40% of what he can do.
Do you look at Ngannou now as a legit boxer? When you watch him, do you think, okay, because the WBC have now ranked him number 10. Yeah. Do you now look at him and think, that's a boxer?
I just think Ngannou rose to the occasion and put on a great performance that he could be very proud of. Yeah. And my opinion is that Tyson didn't put on a great performance that we know he could have. So, listen, credit to Ngannou for what he's done. Yeah.
And the final one, what does 2024 look like for Joseph Parker? Obviously, 2023 could end special. What does 2024
could end special? It will end special. They're going to knock 2024 in the face.
I think there's something coming. I sense it with you, and I'm not just saying this because your team's around. I think, again, that Simon Keane performance didn't surprise me because I've watched you for years, but it almost felt like there was another edge to your fighting. And again, I sometimes feel like it takes a while to get in sync with a trainer. And it's almost as though you've just now got in sync with Andy. Some people expect it after 1 or 2 fight camps. I think that's impossible. Now you've had a few, I think finally it's starting to come together.
It's getting in sync with the work that we're doing, Andy and George, right? And even outside of camp now, I stay focused. Yeah. And I'm doing everything right and not, mucking around or eating all this junk food or, I don't know, just going out and having fun. I'm actually living the life of a champion, and that's what I'm going to be.
How much does George cost? Because I need help. And what's George's price?
George is the best in the business.
George, can I afford you? I don't know if I can
eat
afford you, George.
great food every day.
I'm in desperate need right now.
I think this team right here, George and Andy together, is like, this is the top dream team.
I guess in your camp, you've almost got a bit of a cheat code because you've got Tyson Fury, who shared 3 fights with Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Are you going to go to him for advice? Are you going to look at the tape? Is he offered advice?
Yeah, listen, he's offered advice. You know, at the moment, I'm in training with Andy and George and I. We're in Ireland, right? And we're doing our camp there, but we are going to go over to Morecambe, and who is better than the person who beat him twice, or supposedly 3 times, everyone said, you know? So Tyson has been very helpful, you know, in my career, and he's been very generous. And he's helped us all a lot, but I think this camp is going to be very important for us to get some knowledge and some advice. And he's going to come up with a game plan, and Tyson can add to that.
Do you watch tape on fighters? Some people leave that to their trainers. Do you watch tape?
We watch tape, yeah.
Together, okay.
You got to pick up on, you know, there's things that you can pick up when you're watching fights.
But it all comes down to you. You're the guy that goes
And
in there
listen,
and throws hands.
I come in here and there, you know.
Yeah, and you do a good job. Honestly, good luck against Deontay Wilder. Life change. Oh, sorry. Yeah, what? Oh no! Oh, sorry. One more time, please. Sorry. Gotcha. Joseph, thanks, brother.